Ralph, I'm very honored to have you select me in your Search of Heroes program. I can truly tell you that I'm very blessed, by first having God in my life, but second, that He has given me the most wonderful wife in the world. To have met Martha 22 years ago is the biggest blessing that I ever had. We've had great times, a wonderful life. God has given us everything that we needed. We have wonderful kids, and they're here with us tonight. And I just couldn't ask for anything else. We are filled with joy in what we have. To be here talking about heroes, that's not what I normally do. I don't consider myself, quote, a hero, but I feel honored that you asked me to be here. So,
what is your definition of a hero?
Well, son. No, really, a hero in my mind is somebody that is courageous in nature. And courageous, I mean in the sense that they are gonna stand up for what they believe in. They're gonna do the things that are moral, ethical. They're gonna stand by their values. They're the people that they're not necessarily recognized all the time. But those are the people that when you really go, man, I need help, or who can I talk to, or who is out there that can help me with this situation? Well, those are the heroes, because they have their morals, their values, and those are the people you trust. And to me, that is a definition of a hero.
Who are the heroes in your life? It's a question.
In today's world, the number one hero in my life right now that's living is Pope Francis. And the reason why he is my hero is because here's a man that is not afraid to stand up and try to change the world and make it a world that follows Christ and live by the gospel, do things for others that are in need. He exemplifies a hero to me. So he's probably the most well-known hero, not just to Christians, but I've had countless people that are non-Christians in my dental office that will come up to me and go, I love that Pope Francis. And I go, well, why? I ask them, why? And they go, because he stands up for everybody. He stands up for what is right. And that is what is awesome about him. And so that's why he's a hero. The other people I think are heroes are the countless people that help others anonymously. The people that are all over the city, all over the town, all over the country that help people that are in great need. Without trying to say, here I am, this is what I'm doing, recognize me. Those are the people that are real heroes because they're doing things of great need for those who are around them.
How do people become heroes?
I think that to become a hero, you have to have what they call a vertical alignment. And what that means is that you just aren't an athlete isn't a hero because he's a great athlete. A politician isn't a hero because he can get things done in Congress or whatever. Hollywood actors are not heroes because they make $20 billion on a movie set. Those aren't heroes in my mind. You become a hero by having a vertical alignment that is God first, in my case, your wife second, your family third, and then your work, and then your community. And if you keep God first at all times, and you keep that vertical alignment straight, then what happens is you are truly blessed because you always have joy in your life. even through hard times, you have joy. And so by having that joy in your life, of having Christ in your life, then what? Then what happens is people will always want to know what you know. I mean, they're going to go, why is things going so great for you? Well, by living the life like that, then you become a hero, I think. Because what you're doing is you're living like the gospel tells you to live. You're living like Christ wants you to live. And by doing that, you become a hero. I honestly feel like I'm not a hero. But I'm striving to be there. And I try to live my life that way according to God every day. So,
Fascinating. Thank you. Who do you feel are the real-life heroes in our society today that are not getting the recognition and rewards they deserve?
Again, it's like I said earlier, I think the people that deserve it the most are unrecognized. The people that help their fellow man on a daily basis. They're at the soup kitchens, they're at the fire departments, the police departments, they're helping anybody anywhere. It's the guy that's helping the handicapped person get a job so he can be a productive member in society. That's a hero. Hopefully people will recognize that, and they will begin to I think everybody sees it, but they are inundated with so many things that it blinds them to what's around them. And if you recognize who's around you and what's going on, you go, wow, that person, I really look up to that person. That person has done a lot. Well, that person's a hero. That's considered a hero.
I would have to agree. Why are heroes so important in the lives of young people?
Heroes are really important to young people because we're all young once, and I think that looking at when I was a kid, you always looked up to the awesome athlete out there. You always looked at the politician that was just somebody. You looked at Hollywood picture, what would be like to be a great actor. Everybody knows you, everybody sees you, and you start going, man, that's what I want. That is where I want to be. And so you plan your life. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be the president. I'm going to do this. And those are all great things. But what I think happens is that as you mature, you discover that the people that you really want to exemplify are those people that have joy in your life. And you go, well, that person's always happy. That person's joyful. They really got everything going for them. Look at him and her as a spouse, as a couple. That's what I want. And then when you see that, you go, well, what did they do to get that? Why do they have that? And what you will find in every case is they are Christ-centered. Every one of them. They have God first, and then they have each other, and then they have their kids. And so then as a young person, you see, you're looking at that. You're going, well, why our heroes are important. Well, the whole point is that as you mature, you're going to discover your real heroes are the people that do that are that way. They're not the quote Hollywood actor that's on every channel doing things that maybe not so good, but or the crooked politician. You're going to find that it's going to be people that are your neighbors, your friends in your church, your school that make huge impacts, and it's because they're, in my mind, they have their vertical alignment straight. They're Christ-centered in their life, and by doing that, they are rewarded with the fruits that are bestowed upon them, in essence. So that's what's going to happen to you, quite frankly, is you're going to grow up, you're going to get older, and you're going to discover all those things. That's what's going to happen to you.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I know. Smile at the camera and say that.
I'm really looking forward to it. What are the things parents can do that will help their children realize they too can be heroes and make a positive impact on the lives of others?
Well, I can tell you what you can do, and your sister over there, and all the kids can do, is that what I have noticed over time is that kids that will follow their instincts, and I mean that in a moral and ethical way, if they do those things as they go through life, as you go through life at school, at church, or wherever, and you are inundated with people that are trying to pull you away from what's right and wrong, and you will allow those instincts, that teaching, that moral foundation come through, then you are going to be an example to those other people, those other kids out there, on somebody that they want to be like, somebody they want to hang out with. Because you're going to represent all the kids that don't have any of that have broken families, that have relationship problems, and you're going to be the person they're going to look at and go, wow, why does that Kyle Eberlein have it together? Well, and you become a hero to them in essence. However you want to say it, you become a hero because you can show them how to be moral and ethical in all your decisions, and to stand up strong, courageously against those things that are going to come upon you daily and try to throw you off, in essence, on the straight and narrow path, and to become the person that you need to be. So I hope that answered that.
Yes, it did. How does it feel to be recognized as a hero?
One of the goals that I have is that when I die, is that people will sit there and go, you know what? Kyle Eberlein was a moral person. He had ethics. He had values. But the most important thing, he was a disciple.
Why do you think you were selected for this such unique honor?
Wasn't that the last question?
No, it wasn't. The last question was, how does it feel to be recognized as a hero?
Okay, well, back on that one and this question is, one is I don't really feel like I'm a hero, but I would love to one day be recognized as somebody that's a disciple. And two, as far as this distinct honor, you know, I feel like I'm blessed with all my Christian brothers that are around me. I live my life in joy because I can see them every week. I can commune with them. They're the most important people in my life outside of my family, as we discussed earlier. And so if they recognize me that as a hero, I'm honored, and it gives me joy that I can at least be a blessing on other people.
How will being recognized as a hero change your life?
Well, I don't think it will change my life in any form or fashion, because every day I wake up and I pray every morning, and I pray every day to try to figure out how I can be a better person that day. The things that I may not have done the day before that I could have done better. I pray for a peace of mind for all those around me. And if I can do all that and live my life and grow spiritually, then, you know, I'll maybe a hero one day.
How are you making the world a better place?
I think if you live your life every day according to the gospel, to the best of your ability, then you inherently help everybody around you, no matter what. They will see again the joy in your persona, that they're going to want that. And so I live every day to be that way. You know, there's ups and downs, but you always pray, you always talk to God daily to give you strength and to help you through every situation, and you praise him for every positive thing that he's given you in your life. And so that's what I do every day, is I spend time in prayer to help me start the day off properly. And then at the end of the night, we end in prayer and thanks and giving for all the things that he's given us.
Absolutely.
Including you.
Absolutely.
And that girl over there.
Do you have any good solutions to the problems facing society, especially racism, child and spouse abuse, and violence among young people?
I can tell you what the problem is. The solution's difficult. The problem is the breakdown of the family. That's the problem. The family unit is the core. It's the core of all societies. All societies. When you look throughout the world, and the countries that have problems, including ours, is because of breakdown of the family. So if you can strengthen the family, then you're going to reverse that trend. Now, in my mind, the solution to that is to have God in your life. A lot of people have lost their way. And what you see is when that has grown in our country, all the divorce rates gone up, you see more violence, you have more of the abuse, you have all those things that you just mentioned. And it's all because of the breakdown of the family. And I think it's because they've lost what the meaning of religion is, of having God in your life. And when if they hopefully rediscover that, if they allow the Holy Spirit into their life again, then we can reverse that.
Last question. If you had 3 wishes for your life and the world that would instantly come true, what would they be?
I would always wish that the joy of Christ is in my heart, and that I have the wisdom of Solomon. That would be awesome. For my family, my greatest wish is that we're all in heaven together one day. And for society, I would wish that they would find Christ in their lives, so that hopefully we can reverse the negative trends in our society and the world, and make heaven on earth. So.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, son. Thank you. You're a great interviewer.
I try.
You got potential.
Thank you.